What's going on, guys? It's your boy Drinker here. Today we are reacting to some news that happened, and I know it has been a little bit since I've uploaded, and I know this news has been up for a little bit. It's not actually new. It's taken me about a week to get around to it. I know. Calm down. I know that I'm late to the party with some of this stuff. However, I do have some good reasoning. This past week has been kind of crazy for me. I've actually had some severe maintenance issues in my place. I had two separate plumbing issues, one in the kitchen, one in the bathroom, that both flooded out my kitchen and my bathroom separately, but at the same time. And they're two unrelated problems that required two different maintenance crews to fix. And then of course, it's not only just getting those fixed, getting the maintenance crews in and out, but then you gotta clean shit, you gotta throw shit away, and it just turned into a giant fucking mess. I've also just been a little tired here recently as well, and a little bit under the weather as well. So that's another reason you guys haven't seen me upload any videos or haven't seen me do much in the way of live streams recently. So I guess what I'm trying to say is I'm fucking lazy. Like, let's be real, I'm just being lazy and I'm looking for excuses. Now today we are going to be talking about two different pieces of news. The first thing that we're going to be talking about today is we're going to be talking about how AOC somehow thinks she's irresistible and that all Republicans want to date her. And we're also going to talk about Ethan Klein, the health expert. Now AOC recently, she was vacationing in Florida, and I did a short TikTok on that where I talked about how she's clearly escaping her own failure policies and trying to enjoy a state that's well run by Governor DeSantis, and she's trying to enjoy it because, well, her state is a shithole. Because of this, AOC got roasted mercilessly online, and this is what she came back with. She says, if Republicans are mad, they can't date me, they can just say that instead of projecting their sexual frustrations onto my boyfriend's feet, you creepy weirdos. And that's in response to this tweet by Steve Cortez, where he is saying if leftists like AOC actually thought mandates and masking worked, they wouldn't be frolicking in free Florida. Her guy is showing his gross pale male feet in public, not at a pool or beach with hideous sandals. 0 for 2. Now I have to say, if AOC's tweet, if it was parody, it would be the greatest parody tweet maybe ever, if it was parody, but unfortunately, she is serious, and she's somehow under the misconception that people want to date her. I guess she didn't get the memo that she looks like a horse. Honestly, if someone's attracted to AOC, I would be concerned that they're watching some videos on the internet that are illegal in most countries. Never forget that this guy, Justin Baragona, he tweeted that he thought AOC's picture was edited to add googly eyes, when in fact it was just AOC's crazy eyes. Now, in AOC's defense, I will give her this. She is one of the better looking Congress members out there, but that's not difficult when most Congress members look like Cocaine Mitch's ballsack. Most members of Congress are so old that if there's a light breeze, they will just blow away into dust. In fact, her only competition is really Rep. Lauren Boebert and Rep. Madison Cawthorn, and let's just say that's a good-looking man right there. I think she loses to both of them. Let's just say, for argument's sake, that AOC is the best-looking congresswoman. Being the best-looking member of Congress isn't exactly a crazy feat. Being the best-looking member of Congress is sort of like being the smartest kid with Down syndrome. At the end of the day, you're still a fucking retard. Being the best-looking congresswoman isn't exactly complicated when your number one competition is Nancy Pelosi's eyebrows. I don't know how she can be this delusional. Like I said, if her tweet was parody, it would be genius. But unfortunately, I think that she actually thinks this highly of herself. AOC looks like a horse who's had too much crack. How much is too much? I don't know, but she's reached that point. I have to say, though, this is a great way to deflect criticism. Anytime someone tells me that I'm wrong from now on, I'm just gonna be like, stop trying to fuck me! That seems to be the most efficient way to just get people to leave you alone, I have to say. People forget as well that back on January 6th, AOC thought people were going to try to fuck her while she was in her office. She really needs therapy, in all honesty. She truly thought that while she was in a separate building that someone was gonna break in and rape her. I have to say, I just wish I thought that I was that sexy, because she clearly thinks very, very highly of herself. Maybe she shouldn't. In fact, she really shouldn't. But she clearly thinks very, very highly of herself. Now, I want to jump into our next topic, and that is Ethan Klein talking down to Joe Rogan and saying that Joe Rogan is unhealthy. Ethan tweeted, "Joe Rogan, who lives on elk meat, egg yolk, and human growth hormone with lungs full of tar, thinks he's healthier than everyone. This MFer is such a bitch that when he got COVID, he threw the kitchen sink at it. If you're so healthy, just ride it out like you say a man should." So Ethan's just, number one, he's lying. Joe Rogan does talk about being a man, of course, but Joe Rogan also has clearly discussed his belief in science, his belief in what his doctor tells him to do with his body. And in fact, Joe Rogan's treatment for COVID was prescribed by his own doctor. Now, it's funny to hear Ethan talk about health when Ethan looks like a Gerber baby that grew up and became obese and hairy. Ethan Klein looks like he hasn't had a vegetable since he was about 11 years old. It's funny because Ricky Berwick actually tweeted a parody of Ethan's tweet where he showed pictures of himself side by side with Joe Rogan. Now, Ricky Berwick, I'm not sure what disease he was born with, but he does have some bodily issues. Looks like his bones are misplaced, things like that. I'm not sure what the disease is called. He actually looks healthier than Ethan. Ricky Berwick actually looks like he's healthier than Ethan. Ethan looks like he could drop dead any moment. Ricky Berwick, yes, he's got this bone problem, but he doesn't look like he's gonna drop dead of gout. It's funny to watch these stereotypical neckbeards like Ethan talk about health and then pretend that Joe Rogan just completely disregarded his medical advice from his doctor. It's really sad, pathetic, and it just goes to show you that leftists, they have to lie, they have to disregard the truth just to push their narrative, just to get their point across, because they know if they tell the truth, they're gonna look like clowns. Now, I know this video was a little short, and we did just talk about some of the news that had happened there during the last week or so, and I know it's been a little bit since I've uploaded, but we should be back on a more consistent schedule now that things have become less crazy at my place. If you guys do have any other videos that you want to see from me in the future, comment them down below right now. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications as well. That way you guys get updated anytime I upload a new video. Follow my Twitch at Drinker Live. Follow me on Twitter as well, because that is where I update you the most as to what's going on in my life, or when I tell you I'm going to upload new things or go live. Be sure to leave a like as well if you guys enjoyed the video. But for now, this has been your boy Drinker, and I am out of here. Peace.